Oh, hi there. Welcome to Business Practices in Brazil.
Collectivism in Brazil. Brazil is a nation that puts a lot of weight on family values, client-employer relationships, and flexible time management. Without a thorough understanding of these three key concepts, you're not going to get far into breaking into the Brazilian market, but that's what we're here for. Market regulations and protectionist measures. Market regulations consist of high tariffs. Foreign investors can only invest in a certain percentage of state-run businesses, a multitude of regulatory agencies. The solution is to get in early and establish friendships. In short, families that do business together stay together.
Flexibility and ethics in time. Another aspect of Brazilian business is their flexibility. This is evident through their ethics, as Brazilians believe in the intermediate path between what is legal and what is ethical. Brazilian businesses and CEOs typically do not have a problem with employees engaging in actions that may be unethical so long as they elicit success. This flexibility is also represented through their codes of ethics, as a 2005 study showed that over 50% of Brazilian businesses did not have a formal written code of ethics. Another form of flexibility appears in the business meetings of Brazilian companies. There are often stereotypes against Brazilians, such as they can't keep a dedicated schedule. This is truly because they spend a great deal of time in these meetings as they use it to develop relationships with clients. This is another unique aspect of Brazilian business culture, as they focus more on their clients rather than business. This is so they can avoid uncertainty and risky business endeavors by controlling the process of the business meeting. Other nations often superficially perceive Brazilians as unfocused when truly they are using these to their advantage and as a persuasive tactic.
Cultural etiquette. Power distance is how a society views an unequal distribution of power as relatively acceptable or unacceptable. For example, executives' opinions hold much more weight than those of their subordinates when it comes to decision-making. Voicing your opinion against the executive is seen as a lack of respect for authority. In terms of collectivism, Brazilians will take into consideration how certain outcomes affect their communities. Therefore, it's very important that you develop a strong relationship with your Brazilian business partners. To identify how well a relationship is developing, you can look for two things: physical contact and communication. Physical contact, the Brazilians will lightly touch your hand if they want to interject. And with communications, they will always keep their business cards, give you a business card, and they will always mingle with you over coffee breaks and their 2-hour lunch breaks. Masculinity refers to cultures where individuals value achievement, competitiveness, as well as the acquisition of money and material objects. Femininity refers to cultures where individuals value maintaining good relationships, quality of life, and caring for the weak. Although Brazil scores a 49 on this scale, their current business and social legislations represent a more feminine set of principles. For example, their legislations defend employee rights and a mandatory minimum wage. This ensures job security and financial stability. Hiring family members also provides an income for the family, and that's like a nurturing principle on the feminine side. Uncertainty avoidance is the extent to which individuals are comfortable in unpredictable situations and have a tolerance for ambiguity. To explore a broad range of possibilities to avoid uncertainty instead of rushing to select an answer in a timely manner. Avoiding acting prematurely and building valuable relationships is very important to Brazilians to making a final decision.
God, this meeting was supposed to start 45 minutes ago. I wonder where they are. Hi. Hello.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
All right.
In Brazil, it's not uncommon for business meetings to start late or even to be rescheduled. As you can see, our two Brazilians entered in late and shook hands with our Americans here on the right. The business meeting is going to start now. Conversation is going to be typically light, and we'll begin with small talk.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Everything's well. How's your family?
It's pretty good. Why don't we get down to business?
Sure.
Negotiations are often pretty light in the beginning, but will gradually progress as the business meeting continues. Luke and Nicole are importers from the United States. Anise and Melissa are the exporters. Today, the business meeting is centered around the wholesale of coffee beans. Business negotiations will start off with the exporter naming their sale price.
So we would like to sell our coffee beans for $3 a pound. How does that sound to you?
That's way too much. Why don't we start with $1?
Because of heavy market regulation, unfortunately, we will not be able to do that. We can't sell below 250.
Okay. Why don't we do, so you can't go below 250?
Negative.
Would 250 sound okay to you?
Affirmative.
All right.
We have a
Sounds
deal.
Sounds good.
Let's celebrate with some lunch. Thank you for listening. We will now be taking some questions.